Now it knows. Now it knows! Oh, yeah. Oh. Good timing. It does indeed. This is all. All as it's supposed to be. And here we are. Immediately ready to play the game. Now, well, last time it crashed at this exact point, more or less. They drew me into combat, and as soon as I moved a unit, the game crashed. Now, there has been a patch day, or has been a patch a couple of days ago, is what I'm trying to say, that supposedly fixed certain issues, especially of moving units in the tactical map screen. So I would not assume that that happens again. However, as I said last time after the game died on me, I wanted to have a quick look at where I was at and how far it threw me back. And I attempted one thing. I attempted to send these unfortunate souls towards Hartfield, maybe to distract the free stack army of the opponent. Oh, hi. Hi. No. Need to deal with the cat. No, does not want to say hi today. She feels. Apparently she doesn't like being put on the spot. So I now know that doesn't work. Hey. Still need to deal with the cat. And there she goes. Now, question is, am I going to just shamelessly abuse? Oh, suddenly, be nice. Oof, bit too intense. Yeah, you're free to go. But am I free to play the game? She checks on me most days, but when I start to study, she likes saying hi. No, she wants the gamepad. Anytime now. Now I finally am able to continue. So question is, am I just gonna shamelessly abuse the fact that I know there's a free stack right in this little outcropping of fog that's gonna attack me either way just before the siege finishes? Nope. Not quite allowed to start off? Still no? Hmm? Nope. Still not allowed to start playing. Need to gather evidence. She actually doesn't want to let me continue. Oh. It's like you didn't see me all day already. No, not at all. Not at all. Now, the horrible truth is I'm not quite confident in my abilities yet to have these 2 stacks fight 3 stacks, especially after the... Maybe if my leader had more HP, but it did not give me the opportunity to redo the, I would say, somewhat lackluster event. It gave me a mounted unit, or a mount for a unit that usually wants to be on foot. Or rather, well, 200 weapons can only be used on foot. So this time I shall retreat. Yes, lift the siege. Should be back with a vengeance. That's the crow that, the toad that thinks it's a daffodil. Oh, they are actually able to catch up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Auto combat should lose horribly. It did so last time. It's probably because of the... Well, most units are chaff. It's just it's 3 heroes and it's 2 druids of the cycle. 4-star units. Those are pretty nasty. Well, might as well try to salvage the situation. How are they set up? More importantly, where are the druids? It's Wild Speaker. Which symbol do they have? Cycle's End. Slight chance of instantly killing an injured target. And they can revive units, so there is no real point in trying to kill anything else as long as they're still alive, which is extra unfortunate. Oh. Was that's it's basically a pond. Spirit wolf. Poison mushrooms as well, just to make things that much more complicated. Magic missile, poison darts, demon step. Another revitalize. Hambinger. Good old halfling name. So what spells did I have? Oh, animate flora could be. Little hero unit. Scouts just gonna. There's the Hambinger. Oh, because yeah, it's because she's a hero. How does she have so much range? My first idea, but that's the penguins. There's the darn mushrooms as well. How far are they willing to pull this back? Strike. Barely out of range. It's like they're new. Ooh, that was a horrible mispress of the button. Probably kills the leader. They are trying their best to stay as far out of range as possible. Got a nice and quick 5% hit rate. It's those two that are the real problem in all of this. Just too much on the side, they're gonna collapse. Much range? Not enough. War Shaman works entirely differently. Oof. Assuming chaos. Just slightly too far out of range. It's not gonna do much, but see how badly this goes. Of course. Just death touch the hero. Oh. Please don't push the button on the controller. Oh. Now, are they going to resurrect her is the question. What? How about it? Hey. What are you doing? Please stop. She's trying to. If you manage to do that, you're gonna fall off the table. Always these meddling cats. That's the question. I really need to. Probably need to continue focusing them a little. And there's the next death touch. Come on. They resurrected her. Oh, come on. Blind one. Does... I would kill... See how badly this collapse goes. Come on, just a little bit quicker. Yikes. They made worms. Might as well. Just point. What are these odds? Jesus. I guess just let it finish. The general amount of units they had isn't actually that bad. It's mostly chaff. When you look at the armies, it's just the 2 druids of the cycle. Just well, I mean I positioned my main hero poorly in the end. That is entirely true and on me. But well, the other hero died to a 1-tap. And well, they resurrected their own hero, so I killed a little bit more. Do I really have to? What? The wholesome halflings. It's an asteroid. Oh, well. Fair enough. Flee. Yeah, there's also my autumn fairy. She feels like a carbon copy of what I had earlier. Defense resistance, restore true sight. Yeah, you're hired. Welcome to the team. We're in search of the Triforce. The rally has started. Oh, I can only have one. Yeah, let's go for the brute. Now they start denouncing each other. Where are you going now? Where did they get that? Where did they get those druids from is the question. Is the big one. Great Oak produces wizard. Tower. Recall. This is a market. At this point. Oh, I can actually have channel power, distant evocation, magecraft. Welcome to the team. So I guess they now executed the one that was still held captive? Or maybe that's something the patch fixed. There was maybe button. So. Lightning bolts and blinding gale. And the big boy's back. Now, oh, can recruit. Can annex a province. Is there anything good actually? Let's go for war. Sherman, a pyromancer. Berserkers can be good. Oh. A Spuder. A rank 4 spider. Oof. I do want the extra siege slot. That would have probably saved my life. Forest features grant stability. Mines grant draft. Well, that graphical error is not fixed. Yes, he has returned to the Great Oak. Well, good news is they are not trying to blitz me. Which, well, fair enough. I would be ill prepared for. You should. You need to stay until the other units are out. My little fairy. Summon greater animal. A world hex. Generation. Did not let me select the middle one again, because I think I want Blossoms of Life in that case. Need all of this. He's too expensive. I was saving up for super growth. I know that much. I was insulted. A lie. You're angry. I really should rename my orc leader to Ganon. Aside from the somewhat uncanny, entirely coincidental, actually coincidental, similarities. I don't know, everything I did at some point made me evil in the eyes of all other empires. I can't say that's really what I wanted. Builders Guild agreed to request your support. Crestfallen and Moss-Craftsman claims on a journey through the empire of Tugrum Hammerhall. They have witnessed the elaborate workmanship and monumental buildings in Lithium. Now they dream of equal grandeur, but our own means are limited. Imperium for population or gold for production? Yeah, let's go with gold for production. Go with the eco option. A little bit more draft cannot be. Can't be too bad. Come on, fairy. My autumn fairy godmother. I do expect the halflings to just emerge from the mist and attack Cragbirch. You wait. There's nothing I can build in this place. No. Tugrum Hammerhall. It's the guy with the Seed of Order. Well, there they are. It's just a... well, it's a scouting group of 2 heroes. Spells. Can I now finally start super growthing? I need it. Battlements. Production slot and bog slot. This was tiresome. Yeah. Don't really want to. I probably should after that defeat, but I really don't want to. Curious what he'll do. Yeah, he'll just start plundering. Plundering's fine. It's not that much of an issue. Oh, he's too... Berserker Boy is too expensive. Hardfield. Great fur, or can annex further. What was the one I just looked at? Oh, the siege project, because that would have roads. Don't need all these. Magic origin upkeep's not that important. Draft. Raising cities yields plus 20 gold permanent income. That's like the general trait. I know I should probably get teleporter infrastructure. Trade proposal. Peace and a truce for mana or gold? No. Johns will come to regret this, but quickly buy out the berserker. Then I guess Masonic Hall. Tier 0 unit. Well, not tier 0, but level 1 and level 2 units are really weak. Blossoms of Life. Create Forest. Totem of the Wild. Spawns a random tier 1 animal unit start of each of your turns. Huh, that sounds kinda interesting. 5 strength and 5 bolstered, and berserks also. Not too shabby. Storehouse. Well, maybe blacksmith. Considering where it's located. Yeah, the fungier. Affinity province improvement. He's not to be trusted. I'll take that into account, says the gnome, who also has an affinity province improvement. Oh, are they trying? Oh, he's trying to rebuild his city the city ruins. Turn him back into an outpost. Just gonna rebuild all that. Karak. $892. Yeah. Feels so weak. Virtual Pyre. What are you? Oh, that's the hero group. Need more Karags. 1.4k strength, 0.3k. Where is the new development? Skill. Oh yeah, see it. Extra 20 gold. Alignment change to very evil. I'm not pure evil anymore, just very evil. Testament to my character. Oh. Greener pastures. Farmers are humble servants, but seem aren't enough to support your ambitions. We hear tales about Lithia, where the pastures are greener and the peoples have food to last them forever. You're an orc. Lose money to get food. Where? In the Great Oak. Laborers to fields. Consult your lord to increase the quality of crops and yields. Your green thumb causes crops to wither. Lose one nature affinity. Let's go for the 80% check. What can possibly go wrong? Oh, there it is. Oh, you're a great caster. Hambinger's seed of nature was lost. Oh, yeah, nice. An unexpected ally in the south. He's build a seed of shadows. Fair enough. Don't care. Keep watch. Crank Birch can. I will take this place. Just so your city production seems less ideal. 727 just for the. I've got a unicorn. Ride like the wind. Come back home. They denounced also the toad. They denounced the halfling. That's miles away. Of course he won that. No, that's finally grow tall and strong. On retaliation attack, hit points and less units in formation. Whoop. They were tall before, and now they're massive. What's all this? Message received. What's that? I'm angering the toad. Great, thanks. Don't need all that. Now. Let's roll the dice on a great animal. Didn't do much for my combat ability. I'll take it. They cannot really move much further. Yeah, have a unicorn. Have a unicorn. Where does the spider come from? Tranquility pool. Research cost down. Yep. He's at it again. Only been burnt down twice so far. Why not try for another? Why not have another attempt? They rebuilt the Seat of Order. Spooters. Need to heal a little. New tome. New tome. Tome of Cycles. Parting Gift. Projectiles of Decay. So yeah, he probably got the Tome of Cycles first. Can't wait for him to grow twice his size. Might as well go for Cycles. At this rate.
There is a cycle to all things. The beast feeds upon its prey, gaining strength. The corpse rots, nourishing the land. Life gives way to death, which in turn gives way to more life.
Lock that and take the druid. I don't have any Myrna. That's the biggest issue at this point. I mean, I can't actually build that one just yet. Not without the mana. Shocking. Ooh. Build bath. What's the first for? Just gonna burn this place down again and be pure evil again. But by gosh, I will do it. And it is another unicorn. I'm gonna heal to full. Oh yeah, there isn't actually fortifications right now. Oh, there aren't. What else do I have to do? The fact that I don't have any mana. It's probably the biggest issue. 15 turns. What is the city doing? Well, not much, obviously, but is there a place that I can just get a conduit in? No. Not at the moment. But if I... Yeah, but I can build one in this region. Empire progression. Let's get that. Call it the nature of the cycle. As I then attempt to kill the goblin. A safe battle. What will the auto-resolve do? Huh. I'll just take it. Oh yeah, and because he lost his capital city, he's dead now. Ah, yes. Finally. Guide him to Mage Haven. Nah. Food. Hold a parade and triumph. The moment pass. It was just a minor inconvenience. I'd love to be able to say that, honestly, but well, little chlorophyll filled, fueled even, goblin-like halflings. Let's take the alignment. Well, it considers me evil anyway. Please just burn that down. I mean, at this point, I'll take the money. Forest of Reflection is bronze. Might as well try with that hero. More animals. A hero leveled up. I need you to be defensive, but fire? I'll take Primal Mark. Fits the overarching narrative. Draining Blade. The Shield. Lucius the Puzzler. Have I had I looked at you already, haven't I? Yes. How about you? It seems all of them have the horn. Relations with Hero's House. Well, he is dead. She's been sent to my crypt now. Yeah, I read that correctly. That I got all the equipment. Leather armor. Ring of Endurance. The Horn of Plenty, because, well, apparently that's a staple in all of these. And I might as well use the wands. Already has +3 defense against non-flanking. How about you get a wolf? Seems about right. Also some extra magic production. Back to pure evil. The endless guy who's on a different continent has been denounced. And Hartfield is now a free city. 5 turns to negotiate. Well, I could just take it in that time. Food for thought. Getting a 4th central city would be nice. Ancient wonder. One's occupied. Is this one occupied as well? Yeah, it is. Oh, say hi. She's a little less evil than I am. We stay friends. Root of Maternium. Having a root is a bit of an issue. Especially since I'm going to have to be the one policing that. Rock Giant. They're really keen on getting that city up and running. I was insulted. Someone was renounced. Druid of the Cycle. Good, good. Dies all other friendly units when 2 axes heal plus 12 temporary hit points. Ooh. Lock that one again. I get porting gifts. Let's have a look. This is a forest of glowing crystal formations, showing eerie reflections of Argulad troops. As she keeps going through the forest, memories overwhelm her. Reflections of herself fade into visions of the past, present, and future, into memories of the good and bad things that she has wrought. Her troops weep and wail, apologizing to their own mirror images. Then the visions start to take a physical form, as creatures appear from the crystal maze. Don't have enough mana for that. A risky battle. What will the auto combat do? I mean, what even are these things? Mirror mimics. Phantasm warriors. I could try to keep more alive. I probably should just to get the practice in. What units and weak on transforming to higher tier units. Don't really have any mana I can spend. Open fire! Very slow. Become becomes awakened. They will reach me. They won't, but they will probably transform. Get a little bit more damage in. Should be fine. You are now an archer. You are now a defender. Well, let's get the guy who thought he wanted to be an archer. Oh, whoops. Still thinking in my melee only orcs. I mean, the fact that she used magic should have given it away, I guess. It works. Can just let her tank a little. Should be. I mean, it should be fine. They aren't exactly best units on the planet, are they? What are you doing? 4 damage. Get him! So like, where's the cursor? That flank. One for one. Ah, that graze. Oh. What? Just kill him. Please. Please kill him. I want to get rid of this thing. Or well. I want to get rid of this thing as much as I possibly can. Please don't shoot my own guys in the back. Thanks. Hmm. Hey. Suddenly, criticals. Ah, it's one less dead unit, and an entirely different one as well. As the ambush's strange reflection dissipates, Argula, the uncanny troops sigh in relief. The forest of reflection pulsates with a new energy. Argula sees a path with many forks up ahead, each one leading to freedom. The crystals shimmer and Argula, the uncanny troops smile as the new reflections show fond memories of their past. If only for a moment they find solace and peace within this forest of crystal. Argula chose to take a closer look at the crystals herself. I will receive knowledge. I could receive money. A spirit wolf. The mask of precision. Defense and accuracy. Mana. Mana sounds kinda good right now. Yeah, take mana. Murder. Yeah, I am going to annex. Annex that province. Boop. 2 mana per conduit in city domain. More Imperium, more mana. Less stability. Astral Keeper. Ethereal tier 2. Not that great, but getting the additional province immediately recruits. Isn't that recruits another unit? build a marketplace. Probably should be building a seed immediately. Resistance, fire evocation. With Magecraft. Come on. And signature skill, virulent outbreak. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't tell me you want to take this city ruins. A nymph comes frolicking from faraway fields and dances before you, flowers spring up from wherever her feet land. You are drawn into the depth of her eyes, like bottomless pools of cool green water. Her dance continues, more feral and intense. The nymph seems to receive pleasure from her exaggerated movements until she suddenly stops in a suggestive pose, her ravenous gaze lingering on your body. Celebrate spring fertility with me, warlord Ganon-Orc. Expose me to your dominion's potency. Expansion impressed the nymph. Collapse the mine near Boxlar to sow seeds. Boost the birth rate of the great oak with fine wine. Fortify warrior bloodlines in the great oak by increasing their rations. Commission a husbandry expert to breed golden wyvern mount. Ooh. Do not seduce me, forest witch. Probably the wine. Whoop. Because I can, in turn, get that conduit built. Cannot quite. Get these. Let's get the fishery. Okay. Shall march on the free city. Animu. What is? It's a turtle. Oh. Well, I guess you'll just have to live in the sea. You defend that place. A bathhouse. Be a monolith. Cost more flux, 10 knowledge and mana for each resource node. Need Arcan Blood for that though. It's a mana stash. Entwined units. What's the world tree? Oh, also the entwined stuff. That should be. That'll burn down any moment now. I probably need to be up on the hill, don't I? Level 10. Be nice. Battle another friendly. Entwined Protector. Cycle of Seasons. They are now at war, that's good. That's good. What is your upkeep? $16 mana. Oh, little turtle, you are too expensive. Quite honest. Oh, I found the marauders. Huh. Kinda forgot about them. Let's quickly start that siege, break the battlements, undermine the walls, and harass the defenders. That's fine. Yeah, they're all in it. I want the expanded governance for him to take the city. 5 mana for each resource node in your domain. I should get that really. And then the game does not want to show it to me anymore. 200 knowledge per for each province in 20 knowledge for each province in your empire's domain. Instantly. Huh? They are at war. Too bad about the pig, but oh. Freeze up full mana. Well, trendy apparently. They should just be trying to plunder. Really. Now you should really be getting a Druid of the Cycle. Imperium upkeep. Build me 2 of them. Plundering the mine. I've built my Seed of Nature. Now. Why, hello there. What are you up to? Aside from being annoying. Attack the city. Oh. Lost a fairy and a unicorn. Well, that frees up mana. It's fine. Probably good. Probably a good thing. Migrate to Torok. Yeah, I'll have to wait a turn. New Empire development skill. Remains of Talia. Weber. Inspect. Dwarf hammer. Visor. Cloud in a bottle. And the damage to on opportunity attacks. Special improvements grant 5 gold. City awaits its fate. Diffuse health. We can. Might as well get Unleash Beast at this point. And I will force end the turn so I can wait a turn to make up my mind what to do with Heartfield, which, well, is gonna get annexed as Torok. Next invading force, Primal Bound, Unicorns and Mythic Creatures, my warlord. Carrying Smile. Did you know about their hunting techniques? There's so much to learn from bonding with animals in the wild, and we truck, nurture all of them with great passion. Yeah, we are the evil. We are the evil guys. Mark of the Otter. An intimate bond with native animals of the realm, nature affinity, stability for each friendly animal unit within their domain. -20 when there's no animal. My unicorn I give to the council, but I must... But more I must forbid. You mustn't forget that the place of animals is below, not among us. Nah, that not. Yeah, I have my unicorn. That frees up more mana. More murder. What are they up to, I wonder? Migrate to Trok. Again. To them I am evil already, so why care? There's a kraken in the harbor. Oop, that's too far. Order received. So head back. Stone walls. Built that shipyard. I'm gonna lose a forester. I'll build the route, or once I build the route. Not quite sure what the best approach will be. Are they coming for me or are they coming for Fungia? My domain has been invaded, yes. Yes, I know. Oh no. It announced more rulers. And I could cast... Could get myself a nymph or another large animal. I guess I'll just sit on it for a moment. Shrine of the War God. And there's also the Wizard Tower. Go for the armory for now. Gonna need it. New tome. Demon Gate. Chaos channeling. Master of Chaos by exploiting your accumulated chaotic powers from previous Chaos Affinity tomes. Yeah, right. Tome of the Demon Gate. I cannot become a demon kin. Can go for nature's wrath. Terraforming skill. Province is destroyed, turns into a forest. Forest is removed, an army of animals and plants under your control is summoned. The Horn God, that one's also... Horn God is also kinda horrible to fight against. Tome of Paradise. Fortress of Vines. Fortification health. City stability. Gaia's chosen. Charge resistance, making more strong against shock units, status, and more hit points. Nature's bounty. For the time being, I think I want nature's wrath.
Nature is the leaf upon the wind, the nestling newborn lamb. It is also the furious tempest, rending the land asunder, the mighty maelstrom tearing apart stone and flesh alike. Nature can be cruel, unforgiving, powerful.
I want all of these.
Harness it, and you will command the primal energies that leave lesser beings quaking in terror.
I can only lock one. I want to horn the god. They are not respecting me. Not in the slightest. So, and I guess they are kind of turning around now to gather. Finish recruiting the druid. Where can you get to? Where can you get to? It's a high risk battle, so that's not ideal. The Sun Priest out of the stack. Fetch the other druid. I should realistically be able to, on the back of these two, to kill this stack, if not just, well, deal major damage to it. Have them meet up. If they swing around to get that small group of units, it's an unfortunate loss. Gain 50 gold mana pact of warn you that you're involved in. I mean, probably trying to pillage the seed of nature. At this rate, don't know why they're not going for the root. But I guess. Oh, well. Oh! What? I mean, yeah, kinda, but also not. He's too slow. They're all too slow. But what about You. Also too slow. Darn it. Are they now going to run away from me? Meet up. What are they trying? What are they doing? Are they leaving? What? What is it with the AI and trying to get this city up and running? I mean, he can't have that. It's just gonna get burned down. No, I want my orc. It's just gonna be 2 stacks. Oh no, all 3 of them. Let's boot you back to your homeland. I lost a spiderling, an ogre, and an archer. Fine. Fine. Killed their ruler. So all in all, probably worth it. Yeah, you build Druid of the Cycle for this group. They are a bit banged up after the fight now. The one problem that the waypoint the dwarf established actually does pose is the fact that he has driven a wedge into my territory, which, well, let's call it annoying for now. My ruler leveled up. What can I? Killing momentum? Or do I want to deal more damage? Probably. Lyrocos the Gifted. Inspect. Cosmic Orb. A boar. Vitality Amulet. Ooh. Combat casting points. Ring of Escape. Looks once per battle. So yeah. How about... Oh. How about we turn you into mana production? And have a look at what we can equip for Argula. Cosmic Orb. As well as the Locket of Channeling. Wand Raising Undead. Vicious Killer. Sounds also nice. So nice. It's like, yeah. Did you know that this is disabled because you're using a two-handed weapon? More HP for my leader. Double morale bonus, or maybe getting that extra potential lifeline. It's probably worth it overall. How much do these cost? 350. Come on. Come on, game, show me what this skill actually does. Population cost us food. Movement cost per friendly unit in your domain is reduced by 2 movement points. That's kinda good. Forest Province feature ground boost. True stability is also. It's gonna be great. Oh, he turned around. Emboldened. I guess by the distance between my units. Oh, he's gonna have a bad time. Eloquent insult. We received this pamphlet from Chalkholm. Where? What? Mountain dwarves. Okay. Who? It's mine. Took a while to decipher, but I believe they are laughing at us or calling us idiots. What does Dalbert even mean? Is it a word? Can't just let them insult us like this, my warlord. Must be something we can do to prove him wrong. Invest in educating. We need schools. Use Imperium to have production. Do not get involved. Yeah, money for knowledge seems like a good investment. What are you My domain is being invaded. My domain is being invaded. Burning down everything. Summon Horned God. Awaken the forest. Restore the land. Destructive regrowth. Probably a couple of fun things I can do with that. Spawn to heroes offer to join. You're too expensive, I just built schools. Which is not the Bright Sands way. Fungir has crossed you. Chalkholm, those are the guys who insulted me. It's nature? Oh no. It's death magic. Combat casting points per death or kill in combat. Gained a crypt blade hero item. So its target kills zombies. I don't care. Now that's more interesting. To keep the casting going. Magic origin units upkeep reduced at this point, probably also not a bad idea. Originally I had intended to get into Astral as well, but Did not have the opportunity just yet. The boar is probably going to die. No, the boar survived. My wolf died. Well, I guess it's worth it overall. Kinda. Merge that army. More annexation. Cannot take those. Might as well take that one. Orders required. It is a Kraken. 22 mana. For the time being, just hang out. Oops. Bit too far. How expensive is the Horned God? 300 Mariner. The summoning point is the more troublesome part, but I'll get myself a Horned God. God. Horned God. Ooh. You're running away again. What a cowardly people. Blessed souls. Doesn't matter all that much. I hope you like fighting against my stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. Bonk. Let's try to kill another leader. Got another recruit. Don't have enough gold. That's too bad. Nature buff and healing spells heal 10 temporary hit points and are cheaper to cast. That sounds incredible. Quickly. That's probably a bad place for a Spelljammer, but Arcane Strength. Oh, that sounds nice. My leader leveled up as well. Killing momentum. Or restore. Just defense 1. Sundering Strike is also an option. Searing Blades doesn't really fit. Yeah, let's just go for extra defense. Next level he'll... What? Nope, that's spells. What's new? Ah, probably yeah, nature. The movement cost reduction. Do I want the expansive reach? Done any of that. Let's go for the extra reach. Cororion the Fierce. Inspect. Ooh, that's a schwanky looking warhammer. Ooh, get stunned. And can damage fortified. Ooh, that looks. And 10% damage for melee attacks. Ooh. And the Ring of Escape. And another Locket of Channeling. Apparently, yeah, these are. I guess the harder difficulties mean they get kitted out to some degree. The halflings all had the whatchamacallits. The Horn of Plenty. They seem all to be having the Locket of Channeling and the Ring. But anyway, let's sell the remains. He'll be much more useful when he's dead. And I can upgrade my hammer. Ooh. It's a little bit more immediate damage. And well, I lose the pushback. But ignores charge resistance, fortify obstacle damage, and stun. Stun is depends on the situation if stun is better or worse, but I guess I want more damage. Level armor. Can send him with a Locket of Channeling into the battle as well. So that's gonna be nice. Who would announced me? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Could send my Kraken, but it does not feel necessary at this point. He'll get the. Can I also repair all of this? Which I should. They pillaged most of the stuff, but not the actually important buildings, so let's quickly get that. That's gonna be the final nature improvement. Well, I did mess up a little bit by spending too much money just now. Don't need you just yet. Toad Boy's back. Free City has declared war. Why? Domain's been invaded. Nope, it has not. They have left. I wonder if fungi is going to be the most great. Why are you? Ah, it's probably man, must have been a misclick. I mean, I guess I'll take the Kraken, but 920, 220. Meet up with your Kraken pal. Gonna build the route. Could build right next to my city. The first time I tried to go for a magic victory, I more or less scuffed it up royally because I had a whole mountain pocket. Or well, I built my second city in a kind of ravine that was closed off to the rest of my civilization. So I always had to travel across a mountain to get back and forth. And I was stupid enough to build one of the earlier magic buildings on one side in that isolated city and the other ones on the other side. So yeah, that was a bit of a mess. Spell ready. You just hold position. You hold position. That's gonna be funky. At this point, what do I even want from unit enchantment? Yeah, I got the Empower Beast at this point. Workshop. The Horned God. A level 5 mythic unit. There you go. Spells ready. Can I? Oh, I cannot. Only use it next turn. Yeah. Figures. The Heart of Shadow, well that is concerning. Probably cannot use it on this place. I should really not have that selected. Target not valid, that's fair. It's probably also not valid. Oh no, that is possible. Blocked by a spelljammer. I mean, really, why are they so... Temple of the Tome. Target not visible. Evil anyway. And there goes the Heart of Shadow. Oh, that is so incredibly mean and annoying. Diplomacy. He probably... Races, rulers, where's the... objectives, military... military ranking... Expansion... 7... Score 4 of 7. 5 of 7 magic. Yeah, I guess so. I do kinda wanna... Magic runes. There's spell gems all the way down here. And his home's down. The Astral Anchorage. The moon rock dwarves. Oh, good god, they are. They're from the moon. They're from the moon. That's the underground passage. There's an outpost. I mean, I should probably be feuding with them. They are just going to run away with the game otherwise. So... let's try to get another horned god. Why even is the ruler in this in this pointless little outpost? Or well, it's not an outpost, it's just this pointless little town. Spellbreaker. Well, who did I announce? Tugrun and Tugrun. Diplomacy. Diplomacy. Declare justified war. Wow. I do have a justification. He declared friendship, however. What? Threat level indifferent. The empire, which may still change over time. They're fighting too many wars. You live in LA, your army poses a threat to them, the size of your empire is threatening them. So he does not really care about me. Well, I could have a couple of reasons, as the game tried to tell me. There is display. This little army in the back. I could be ambushing. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? Add siege project. Undermine the walls. Harass the defenders. Meanwhile, attack that little side army. What? Why? How? How even? Let's try to not have that happen. I mean, really, guys. Are you all dogpiling on that one unit, or what is happening? Do I want to go for the flank? Could try it. Again, what's the worst that can happen? Drew of the cycle should be able to deal with most issues more or less on its own. And again, suddenly all magic shield. Oh yeah, let's get them chaffed up. Really? It's like I recruited from the goon squad again. Still gonna shoot my own units in the back. So, how is this going to go? Oh. Well, that would explain why. Oh, she is stunned, however. Fair enough, I guess. What can I cost? Mm-hmm. It's not really a good idea to leave my units unattended. Pew! So, how about it? Aww. Might as well. I think I deserve that. Oh.